Okay, good afternoon. In this video today, I'm going to be explaining what cost segregation is. And if you don't know what that is, you will, because this is how professional real estate investors invest in real estate, earn these sizable returns on their money, yet pay no or very little tax on it. So this is all about how to use the tax code to your advantage. And when you look at these wealthy people and then you see their tax returns and they're paying almost no tax, well, depreciation, thanks to cost segregation, is likely where most of those savings are coming from. So you won't want to miss this video. And if you have any questions about cost segregation, or if you think real estate investing sounds pretty good and you want to get involved, just head on over to callseth.com and we can set up a quick 20 or 30-minute chat. And today's video actually came from a request from one of my followers on Instagram. So if you're watching on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, anywhere else on audio only through iTunes, leave a comment, let me know. Ask me a question. I'm always looking for more video topics that I can cover so you can educate yourself more about real estate investing. So cost segregation. Before we get into the money saving stuff, we have to realize how the government thinks about real estate, because how the government thinks about real estate and how we as smart real estate investors think about real estate are two totally different things. So according to the government believes that the value of real estate will be zero in 39 years. That's for a commercial property. And if we're dealing with a residential property, it's 27.5 years. That's according to the infinite wisdom of the IRS. Now, as people who can look back at history and we know how the market's performed over the past couple thousand years, we know that generally speaking, real estate is an appreciating asset. Now I say generally speaking because we have ups and downs, bumps in the road as the market expands and contracts, but over the long term, real estate appreciates. Now this is the exciting part, because on one side, the government's saying real estate's going down to zero and they're willing to credit us, give us tax credits for that, but we know over the long term real estate goes up. Oh, where did my eraser go? Oh, here it is right here. All right, so really important to remember, government thinks real estate's going down. We know that real estate is going up. Why are these tax credits important? Well, it comes down to the time value of money. So we know that $1 today is worth far more than $1 tomorrow, 5 years, 10 years, or even 39 or 27 and a half years from now. This is because over time, inflation eats away at your dollar. This is why leaving your money in the bank is the worst thing you could possibly do, because you will be losing money thanks to inflation that's slowly chipping away at that money. So we know that the government's willing to give us credits, depreciate an asset over 39 years because they think the value is going down. But what we can do is we want to front load that and get as many dollars in our pockets today, because not only is it worth more today than 5, 10, 39 years or 27 and a half years from now, but also we can put that money back in our pocket and then go out and invest in another deal. And if you're investing in these large multifamily deals, these are penciling out in the high teens for internal rate of return. So, why would I want to put my money in the bank and earn, let's say, 1% on it when I can, use the tax code, invest in real estate, get a whole bunch of money back, and then go out again and do the same thing? This is how people build true wealth. And I just did a video on paying off your mortgage and all that good stuff. If you're following what the general population does, the general population is not wealthy. You have to look at what the very successful top tier of professionals are doing, real estate professionals, and this is exactly what they are doing. So time value of money and depreciation both work hand in hand. So this is where cost segregation comes in. And if you look at the word, we are basically segregating things, so pulling things out of the property. So let's say this is our property right here. We've got the windows. Cost segregation, what we want to do is we want to strip out everything that's not related to the actual building itself. And I will explain why in a second. So we want this building to be a hollow shell for tax purposes. So we want to strip out plumbing, wiring, furniture, fixtures, all that sort of stuff. Because we want, for our tax purposes, we want to be able to separate this so we can depreciate things on a faster schedule. So I'm going to explain the 4 different parts of a cost segregation study. So number 1 is personal property. Now, what's included in personal property? Well, we have appliances. We have window coverings. This is all the, what else could you do? Blinds, flooring, that sort of stuff. So that's in the personal section. Number 2 is land improvements. Now this is where we get our parking lots. And then we have sidewalks. Then we have landscaping, that sort of stuff. So that's land improvements. Then we have buildings. So this is the building itself, the hollow shell, and then we have land. So we have 4, 3, 2, and number 1. So why is this important? Well, remember the graph I showed you where real estate depreciates according to the IRS over 39 years? Well, by stripping out that building of all the different non-building or land components, we're able to accelerate or depreciate these other items faster. So for instance, these personal appliances here, appliances, windows, flooring, that sort of stuff, we can depreciate these over 5 to 7 years. Land improvements, a parking lot depreciates, believe it or not, over 15 years. The same with sidewalks. Now the building, that's stuck at 39 years in the land doesn't depreciate because the land is the land. It's not going anywhere. So why is this important? Remember back to time value of money. I want more dollars in my pocket today than 5 years, 10 years down the road. Well, we know the cost of the building, now it's a hollow shell, is being depreciated over 39 years. We can't do anything about that. But all the components in the building, this is where we front load that depreciation. So on day 1, when we buy a deal, you're actually on paper, you're getting a loss. These are the tax credits. So you can wipe out the income that you're going to be earning. And this is how professional real estate investors invest in real estate, get all the benefits of real estate, earn a healthy return, and end up paying little to no tax at all. So these personal appliances, windows, over 5 to 7 years, these are depreciated. I front load that. That helps me out instead of over 39 years. Land improvements, 15 years instead of 39. So again, we're front loading depreciation to put more money in our pockets today rather than 10, 15, 20, 39, or 27 and a half years from now. Most people who are not doing cost segregation studies, what they're doing is we have all these components that we just stripped out of the property. Those are still being depreciated over 39 years. So they're losing the value of that money due to time decay. So doing a cost segregation study, especially if your property is, let's say, over $1 million, highly, highly recommended. And when we're doing these large commercial deals, we are doing a cost segregation study because we want to strip out everything that we can. So on paper, we're getting all these tax credits. And this is one of the great things about multifamily real estate because you're able to get these paper losses and still have your capital preserved, get all the tax benefits, and and then also participate in the upside with the value add strategy. So I hope this was really helpful for you. I see a couple comments in the chat, so I will look at those once we're off air and do a video tomorrow if you have any other questions. So go to callseth.com if you do have any questions about this or if you'd like to get started in real estate investing, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Have a good one.